Hey yo, September the 1st, 2017. Y'all, I wanted to holler at y'all real quick, especially the young ladies out there. I mean, this applies to everybody, but especially those young ladies out there who's not experiencing or have trouble experiencing success in their lives. And understand that I know a lot of young ladies who this might apply to, and old ladies alike. I wanted to holler at y'all about something. Alright, before we get into it, I do want to say that, technically speaking, you can debate whether or not people deserve anything. Right? For example, you could debate whether or not any of us deserve to see the rest of today, or deserve the many, many untold blessings that each one of us has every time we wake up. That is something that you could debate, and I could understand the line of reasoning behind it, and in that, gosh, what did we do? What did we do to deserve all these good, nice, and fancy things that we have, especially here in America? What did we do to deserve all these good things? That is definitely something to be pondered on. Alright? But with that being said, I wanna state, like I said, to all y'all young ladies and even older ladies, y'all deserve success in your life. Alright? Y'all deserve all sort of peace and contentment. And I want that for y'all. Here's the thing. I can spend time with some of y'all, and I do, women who's close to me of all sort of ages and all sort of backgrounds, people who I know personally, people who I know all around the world. Alright, y'all deserve all these things. Alright, everything that I said as far as peace, happiness, contentment, all sort of niceties and fancy things that pretty much are within your grasp. You deserve them. The problem that I've noticed, especially with ladies close to me, is a lot of times they'll get it in their head that they don't really deserve anything. They'll get it in their head that if people actually knew all that they had been up to in their lives, that people would come to understand that they're very undeserving. Alright, they might look into their past and they might think to themselves, shoot, I messed up all sort of times. All sort of times I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know up from down. I was in all sort of confusion and chaos, and I did some stuff that maybe I'm not exactly proud of. Maybe it's just a time for learning for me where I made a lot of mistakes. And of course this applies to men too, young men out there. Maybe you can look back at your past and say, gosh, I've done all these things, and if people were to know about all these things, and if it were to get out, they would all agree that I'm a piece of garbage and I deserve nothing. So what I'm going to do is try my very best to hide this fact, the fact that I've done things, bad things, maybe accidents and mishaps and mistakes. I've done all these things in my life, and if people were to know, gosh dang it, they would think of me as the lowest of the low, the most deplorable. They would think of me in this way. Alright, like I said, I know a lot of girls out there who, if they don't feel this way openly and outwardly, they might feel this way deep down inside. And what I have to let you know is that's kind of getting in the way, is creating obstacles between you and success and peace and contentment. It really is. What I need to explain to y'all is when you hear a voice, and I know you do, when you hear a voice in the back of your head saying, oh, you don't deserve respect, oh, look what you've done, look at all these things that you've done that weren't good and stuff and that you're not proud of, look at you, oh, you know what, you don't deserve no kind of respect, you don't deserve somebody to truly admire you, you don't deserve any sort of you don't deserve any sort of consideration or anything like that. You got to find a way to just make it happen for yourself, because ain't nobody gonna appreciate you. If they really knew who you are, if they really knew your past, they wouldn't appreciate you. It's a little voice in the back of your head saying, they ain't gonna appreciate you. You better hide everything about yourself. You better try to hope that nobody ever finds out about you, because they won't appreciate you. You're scum. You don't deserve nothing. There's a voice in the back of your head saying these sorts of things. And I got to remind y'all out there, it's pretty evident when you ever hear a voice in the back of your head about anything, that's Satan talking to you. When you hear that, it's nobody else. Right? It could be anybody else. Who cares? You might as well equate it to Satan. And what Satan is doing is whispering in your ear, and of course he's telling you lies. He's saying your past it's not perfect. Alright? So you don't deserve anything good in your life. That's what he's telling you. Alright? What I'm suggesting is you go ahead and just try not to listen to that voice. Try to block that voice out. If you got to do certain things in your life that make you happy, hashtag everything is drugs. Everything that makes you happy is drugs. If you had to do certain things, well, I mean, that only makes sense. Alright? However, just to remind y'all out there, I don't think from my research that these drugs are going to give you any sort of peace or contentment or success in your life. They're going to cause a temporary feeling of contentment, but it is very temporary. Any of these drugs. Alright? The thing is, I gotta tell you that honestly, in all seriousness, your past makes no difference. It is almost inconsequential unless you're thinking about all the things that you learned, which you've learned a lot in all these hard lessons that you've been experiencing in your life. Those things are good to remember, but other than that, your past makes no never mind. It really does not matter at all. Problem with people's past is that they will be exposed. They always are exposed. So a lot of people live in the shadows thinking, I hope my past doesn't come out. You might as well just share your past, because even if it is something hard to listen to, maybe it is something that you're very ashamed of, you can explain how you've learned from that experience. You can perhaps share it upon the internet and help other people to not go down some of the slippery slopes that you've gone down. Other than that, your past don't matter at all. I mean, it is a problem if you're going to try to hide it, but if you just open up about it and be yourself and let people know that you've made mistakes in the past and stuff, but you're not really trying to do that anymore. What I had to explain to you is the present is the only time that you had to change anything, right? You can't go into the past and change the past. It'll never happen. Whether or not you understand it, you'll never see tomorrow ever in your life. Alright? Today, right now, is the only thing that matters. It's the only thing that ever has mattered. However, there's a voice in the back of your head talking about, oh, the past, that totally ruined your present and stuff. You better forget about your present. You better forget about your future. You done messed up already. But I have news for you. Ain't nobody out here perfect at all. We've all made mistakes. Donald Trump's made mistakes. Everybody out here experiencing all sort of success in their life that you see out there that maybe you admire, they've all made terrible, terrible mistakes. The difference is that they learn from them. right? And that they live in today right now. The thing is, what I gotta leave y'all with is, to all y'all young ladies out there, I mean it, and especially those that I keep close to me, you have to understand, if I didn't have respect for you, I'd put you way off in the distance. Alright? What I gotta tell y'all young ladies out there is, y'all are amazing. Alright? Y'all might not want to believe it, but you're miraculous. Y'all are dumbfounding. Y'all are so beautifully complex, each one of y'all, that it's almost terrifying. It's really overwhelming. Y'all are the bee's knees. You really have to embrace that. You might look in your past and say, oh, I'm kind of tainted, I'm kind of broken, kind of disheveled. Don't you worry about that. You are amazing. Right? You live in today. You make decisions today. When I say that, you know, of course y'all aren't perfect. Y'all know in the ways that y'all aren't perfect, but it really doesn't matter. Y'all are absolutely divine. Alright? And y'all deserve all sorts of things, to include success, peace, contentment, security, entertainment. Y'all deserve all sort of things, but you have to understand that y'all deserve all sort of things, despite, and no, never mind, all the mistakes and all the flaws that you have in you. Alright? Everybody's got flaws. Y'all have unbelievably untold potential, each and every single one of y'all out there. Alright? When I say that y'all have this unlimited potential, I had to explain that I don't mean in order to benefit me. You know, when I tell you that your potential completely leaves me stupefied, alright, what I mean to say is that your potential for your own success, for your own peace, for your own happiness, for your own good sleep at night and good health, your potential is absolutely amazing, right? And it's, dare I say, limitless. You can have all these sort of things, right? Try not to listen to that mean voice in the back of your head telling you that you don't deserve things. The thing is, if you look at your blessings, I'm here to promise you, all the blessings in your life that you have today, maybe you don't have as much as you would like. If you were to look at all the blessings that you have today, September the 1st, 2017, if you were to look hard enough at them and dwell in them and meditate on them and pay them attention, all the blessings that you do have, don't worry about the ones that you don't have. Worry about the ones that you do have. Consider them and focus on them. And what I'm here to tell you is, when you do focus on them, when you do put your energy into maintaining the blessings that you do have, you will receive more and more blessings. It happens every time. It is a formula. Formula for success. A formula for happily ever after, by the way. Anyways, it's the tribulation. It's bad out there, and it is going to get worse. However, you can have all the success in the world if you understand how amazing that you are. And I pray that you do. I'll holler at y'all. It's September the 1st, 2017.